Cancer, thank you for joining me in the extended. I'm excited to get into this. I want to know what is to come for the future of your relationship with this person. So let's see. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I'm hearing that it's not a good time. There's something about the timing right now that is just off between the two of you being able to work on things, fix things, and move forward with each other. The timing is not good. Therefore, this Ace of Pentacles cannot come to fruition because the timing just is off right now. It's probably all these damn eclipses that we have going on, honestly. King of Wands, Page of Swords in reverse. Yeah, their ego is getting in the way of them being able to communicate in a healthy way with you that's productive, which is interesting because they started off really strong in their communication with coming across very genuine with you, wanting to work on things, wanting to further the connection, and then they get in their ego with the King of Wands. And normally I wouldn't say that with this card because this is a healthy masculine energy usually, but the difference here is my intuition, spirit is telling me they get in their own head, their ego gets big, and then they mess up with communication and it screws up everything. We have Five of Cups in reverse. So what I'm hearing with this from spirit is that you're used to them acting in their ego. You're used to it. It doesn't really phase you the way that it used to phase you. So when communication goes wrong between the two of you, you are pretty used to how they talk to you. You definitely have your wall up with them on one hand. You have your wall up with them, but on the other hand, you can be very vulnerable with them if they come to you with their guard down and not in their ego. I see this being pretty frustrating. Chariot, Queen of Cups in reverse, yeah. Page of Cups, and then, okay, Ten of Pentacles. So the cycle repeats. Things take a turn for the worse because they get in their ego, communication gets screwed up, and the connection isn't able to move along. So it goes in a different direction. You are showing up as not being connected emotionally here with the Queen of Cups in reverse. It makes sense because you cannot connect to them when they're in this ego. It has been too painful in the past, but then you guys work on things with the Page of Cups, and then we have Ten of Pentacles, and everything is perfect and pretty amazing. Again, between the two of you, this is the cycle. It seems to me like their ego is the problem here. Their ego is the problem. Their higher self needs to come back through. In regards to what you need to do, we have Eight of Wands. This is communication. Interesting. Ace of Cups. Okay, be genuine. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Five of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have Death and Rebirth on the bottom. So massive change for you. Again, this is what you should do. Take this advice if you want to. And I feel like you already know what you should do, okay? You cannot grow this connection, at least not at this time. They are not showing up as mature enough or ready for the type of connection that you are able to give them. They can't appreciate it. They don't know how to. Now, when you communicate, the reason Ace of Cups is showing up with the Eight of Wands is communicate openly and honestly. You can do it in a loving way. You don't have to attack them verbally. Even if they act out, hold your composure. Speak from the heart. You can say, I love you. I'm not okay with what you did, and we have to stop this connection. It's not good for me and it's not good for you. I do see them throwing a fit. They seem to get angry if they don't get their way in any situation. It very much angers them. So you would have to be pretty prepared for that. You would also, we have Queen of Pentacles below the Death and Rebirth card. You would also have to be in a very grounded energy. Say what you mean and mean what you say. The reason being grounded is essential for you, especially dealing with them through communication, is because you will be able to decipher what is true and what is not true if you are in a stable energy. They're going to throw insults at you. They're going to mix truth in with lies. So if you're prepared for that, you'll be able to come to them in a very vulnerable energy. With the Ace of Cups, you'll be able to be very vulnerable without getting hurt because you will know what the truth is and what the truth isn't, particularly about yourself. If you really know yourself and you're grounded within yourself, it won't matter what they say to you. Their insults are not going to have an effect. And I'm hearing Spirit say to give you the advice of imagine a mirror up in front of you when they're sitting there and they're insulting you and they're saying whatever they say. Imagining that mirror in front of you is going to reflect right back to them instead of hitting you in your heart center. Five of Pentacles in reverse. You need to be open to receiving the truth and accepting it for what it is. Spirit's talking about stop taking the situations that happened and minimizing them, because that's not fair to you. Also coming up with excuses for them, like, oh, they act this way because they had a bad childhood or they went through X, Y, and Z. Stop making excuses for them. How they treat you in certain moments is not okay. This whole cycle of things going from toxic to perfect and amazing isn't good for you, and it's not really good for them either. You can stand up for yourself, and it'll be so much more impactful and empowering for you if you do it in a calm and assertive way with them, where you're still honest to yourself and honest to them, but you don't have to attack them and act out. You don't have to act how they do.